Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. My name is Lonzo. It's not beautiful. It's raining outside, but I mean, unless you like to sing in the rain or dance in the rain, or can you stand the rain? I don't know. I want to go outside in the rain.
Have you seen it?
Uh, yeah, I want to know if you've ever seen the rain. Very good. As many rain titles as you can come up with. We got stuck in the rain a little bit earlier. No, that's dead. Although, if it wasn't the rain, it would grow into a tree. If this is your first time listening to the Upstate Pulse, we are crazy in a can for 2 hours, just being as silly as we possibly can. But we're sponsored, so that helps us a little bit, gives us a little bit of leeway as it is to talk about pop culture, all things pop culture, video games, music, weird noises, just all kinds of things like that. If you want to be a part of the show, 800-905-0989 is the text line. Please text Flaccid to the show. Or we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X at either 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. And I would tell you right away, Matthew is not with us because he's at a gathering. And what he's doing at the gathering, we don't know. There are secret societies, and we're not privy to those secret societies. I'm not sure we want to be. So Matthew is not here, but Cameron is here.
I am. Why?
Wow, that's honky tonk.
All right, let me just.
Where's that like dark country?
Oh, boys, we're here for a slop dolly tonight. Slap your mule and kiss your wife. I don't know. I lost a plot somewhere.
What the heck's a slop dolly?
A slop dolly, like Jim Ross would say.
No, that's a slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker.
You need to get up there and you need to slap your wife and kiss your mule.
Don't do that. Do not listen to that.
We at the Upstate Pulse do not condone that kind of violence.
Well, you slapped the mule.
Yeah, you can slap the mule.
Slap the mule all you want.
All right. Making his triumphant return
I'm gonna hurt
with his theme song to stick, Odie is back.
Hello. But that's
Yay.
not my music. This is my music.
Yay.
All right, there, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Why Mrs. Doubtfire?
Because you sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire.
All right, sorry about that. Went, hello. Hello, dearie. Ah, yeah. The world is a better place because I'm here. I'm just going to say that. I mean, the king of Saturday nights has returned.
No, don't. I am the king of Saturday nights. You can be the king of Sunday nights, okay?
Fine, I will be El Capitan of Saturday nights.
You can be a sergeant at arms.
Where do I fit in all of this?
You're a prince.
Fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair.
I'm one of the functional princes, though, right?
Matthew is he's the accountant. I mean, that's what he is. He's not here. He's
he's just surrounded by royal buffoonery. Then
he's at home doing his books.
He's the accountant.
That's exactly what he is. On today's show, we are going to recap Dragon Ball Daima. We are going to talk about a lot of movie stuff, including the Oscars. We got a Signs of the Impending Apocalypse. Oops. Talk some video games, talk Nerd Roundtable. But first, before we get to anything, I want to talk about what's happening next week at Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive. And that would be Free Comic Book Day. And Free Comic Book Day, it's an amazing thing. It happens all over the country. We suggest you go to Borderlands Comics and Games to get your free comic books. There's a selection of comics. If you go to their Facebook page, they've already got the selection up. There's a picture. You can go look at it and see what kind of comics that you need to get, including Cameron. You're gonna love this. There's a Diablo comic.
Really?
On the free comic book list.
Which era does that cover?
I don't know. It just says Diablo on it.
Okay.
That's all I know. And some other things that we might be interested in. And if you have children, they have children's books also. So a little bit of something for everybody. You will go, you get in line, not a long line, doesn't take very long to do. You pick out the allotted amount, which I didn't check to see how much it was. It's probably between 5 and 7 books or something like that. And you go pick your books and you can leave. And while you're there, feel free to browse around and see. There'll be sales and things like that going on in Borderlands Comics and Games. And you can have a lot of fun and see where it is that we love to hang out at and go get free stuff. Who doesn't want free stuff? I love free stuff. Free stuff is awesome.
Free stuff.
Yeah, so go get your free stuff. Free Comic Book Day next Saturday, May the 3rd. So check that out. We want to say welcome back to Odie. I know I just introduced him, but welcome back to Odie. We did miss him a little bit while he was gone.
Whoa.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
All right. I missed you a bunch because I had to run stuff. I don't like, I mean,
I really missed you, man, because
Yeah.
I had to do
It's
work.
one of those things of like
'cause
you
I
miss
had
somebody.
I had to do manual labor. I mean, I don't need to, the king of Saturday night doesn't need to be doing manual labor. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is if you miss, just reload and aim again,
Well, unless you run out of ammo,
No, yeah.
then you just throw the gun, I suppose.
Oh, then you use your hands.
Well, that's what I mean.
Ooh.
I
I like where this is going.
Where were
I
we
don't-
going in the first place?
yeah, this is what is that, BDSM or something like that?
Whoa!
No,
Is
no,
it
no.
ASMR? No, that's the one where
That's where you go.
To be fair, I
Hold on,
think
hold
that
on, hold on.
technically could merit.
Hold on.
I don't like
What,
this.
what are you doing?
Hello, this is BDSM radio.
No.
No,
The
no.
ASR. The ASR thing.
ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR. Yeah, I don't know.
You need to learn your acronyms, Odie.
Yeah. On
I'd
the
like-
stream,
I'd like to state pineapple.
Trey screams Odie for some reason. Chris says the Irish dude is
Hello,
back.
Hello, Chris.
And Trey points out the Borderlands has a spot for your kids to color. They absolutely do with kid tables and stuff. It's awesome. I showed it to my granddaughter a couple weeks ago. Mark says, "Hey guys, shout out to Kid Flaccid. Have you watched Andor yet? Very controversial. No, and I will not because
It's controversial.
well, no, because it leads up to the worst Star Wars movie of all time,
Which was
which is Rogue One.
No,
so,
it's not.
So why would I watch that show? I did watch the first couple episodes of season 1 and went, yeah, this is exactly as bad as I thought it would be. So I didn't watch anymore. So listen, we're all entitled to our opinions, and mine's right when it comes to this. If there's no hope,
mine's right.
why do I want to watch something with no hope? That's all I'm saying.
But there's a new hope.
There's a new hope. They have to get to that new hope.
No. It's
You know-
everyone complains about retconning except for this movie. It's okay to retcon in this movie. It's all right because it was popular to like it, and a bunch of brainless people said, "Oh, I like it too," because I want to be a part of the crowd. I dare to go against the crowd, and it has nothing to do with, oh, you're what's that word? Contrarian. Well, you're a contrarian, which I've explained a lot
Why'd you look at me
to,
for that?
to a lot of people because you helped me when I can't remember a word.
Fair
It
point.
wasn't like I was pointing out that you were a contrarian.
And I just put the wrong words in
Contrarian is
Yeah.
someone who disagrees just because to disagree.
No, you don't.
I have a different opinion than a lot of people, or the people I work with sometimes.
Right.
But Andor is probably just as bad as Rogue One.
Yeah, well,
And-
my opinion that people don't like is the fact that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker in the very first episode are terrible.
You talking about acting?
Yeah.
Well, that's because
This was your father's lightsaber. He wanted you to have it just after he killed 30 younglings and didn't want to give it to you at all.
Yeah, we didn't
Take
know that at first, but Sir Alec Guinness didn't want to do the movie, so of course he's not gonna.
That's not an excuse.
Yeah.
I've done movies I didn't want to do before.
And
I
Mark Hamill,
nailed it.
Mark Hamill, I believe it was like his first major role.
What kind of movie?
Yeah,
ASMR kicked in again there.
did
I
it?
just
You got all happy because I opened my what I would call pop and what you weirdos would call soda.
no. Do you want me to blow your mind? Do you want me to blow your mind completely?
Okay.
It's what I would call a mineral. Oh
No.
yeah.
No, that
Oh,
would be
yeah.
like a mineral water, and this
Nope.
is not a mineral water.
That
There's
is
nothing healthy about this
that's a mineral.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
That's a mineral. That's what they're called. Minerals.
It's not a mineral. A mineral is boron.
Well, maybe if you've nothing to do.
I don't know why that's the first mineral that.
Of all the things,
No, listen.
Quartz.
Okay, boron may not actually be a mineral.
I don't know if it is.
It's probably a gas. But
Believe it is.
It depends on what it is.
you know.
Yeah, it depends on what it ate.
It's the first thing that popped into my head. What can I say? I was going to move on, but then I realized, let me self-correct here. If Matthew was here, if the news department was here, I'd ask him to look up boron to see if it's a.
Hold on. It could be Matthew. If you're listening, what is boron?
Yeah, he's at a gathering. He's not listening. I drank mineral water once.
He wants.
A mineral water is nasty, dude.
No, it's not.
It absolutely is.
No, it's not.
All right, let me say again. Yes, it is.
Well, that's your opinion.
Exactly.
Well, okay, so boron is a chemical element. Its symbol is B. Atomic number 5. In its crystalline form, it is brittle, dark, lustrous.
All right, so it has crystalline form. So
So you're good.
I'm good. I'm good.
So does that mean that all crystals are
Boron?
yeah
No.
are minerals?
No. What? All right. What
Like,
classifies a
the-
mineral? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
it's
don't-
not really a mineral.
No, I don't remember what the
Yeah,
actual.
I don't
like
either.
Crystal that works at 9 p.m. Is she a mineral as well?
Well, it depends
A
on how
solid
nice you are
inorganic
to her.
substance of natural occurrence.
She's
So it's
solid or
so
natural or gas?
it's a
Yeah,
mineral.
so it could be a mineral.
All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we are going to we're gonna hit signs of the impending apocalypse, and it's gonna be something that I'm interested to see what Odie has to say about it, and what everyone has to say about
I
it.
was about to say, how about what about me? What about Pappy?
Texter says, "I'm here enjoying y'all. Love all of you. Thank you."
Thank you, random texter.
We appear to be silly. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, where the bass is dropping. Okay, DJ, you got a little loud there.
We're about to chase someone down in Night City.
How red his face is. Yeah.
Nobody's doing the cyberpunk.
Oh.
Actually, I could see Odie in a cyberpunk game.
I would do it. That's not German disco. That's that what? No, it's not cyberpunk. Maybe it is cyberpunk.
It sounds like cyberpunk.
It sounds cyberpunk.
Yeah.
This is very technical. It's
techno.
It's
got a very aggressive feel.
It's techno dystopian,
Yeah.
bro. Techno dystopian. It's
I like
my
the way
favorite
it has
favorite
two-
music.
It has 2 drops in it.
No, it's techno dystopian.
that.
I hate it.
I like it.
No, I hate
It's
it.
gonna be played a lot.
I hate it, so I listen to it. No, that's the point. It's the mood. I really like it, but I hate it because
He's harping
Yeah.
on the term dystopian.
I'm being
Oh.
emo.
I want to cut it.
It doesn't stir my soul, not at all.
I hate it.
It doesn't, touch the blackness.
I had a red door and I want to cut it.
Cut it. Cut it.
What are you talking about, Odie?
I don't know.
Emos?
He's weird.
No,
Okay.
let's not do that.
Emo.
I can tell you, Chris, that Tim's band will not do German disco.
They might.
Oh no, I've heard Tim's band. No, Tim's band's good. I'm just saying it's definitely
How
not
much
German disco
money
style.
could be offered, or what possible things can we extort out of him?
Tim would rather die, probably.
Probably, yes. That man has the willpower or the stubbornness to refuse.
Come
To
back
be
with
fair,
signs
he
of
used to
the impending
DJ.
apocalypse. He did.
He used to
He
well,
did.
that's a good point. He used to DJ, so he'd probably rather die.
No. We don't want Tim to die. Quit saying that about
Do you want-
Tim.
Do you want
No.
to rejoin
It should.
as a rejoin?
Yes. Wow, dude, it's only been a month. I mean, come on. Watch Odie try to remember how to do stuff. It's fun.
Noob, 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 noob. I sense a noob.
The noob cometh.
I love nachos. What?
That's a solid battle cry.
It is a good battle cry. I agree. Because nachos is one of the perfect foods.
What'd he say?
Pizza is one of the perfect foods. Nachos is one of the perfect foods. Tacos. Because you can make anything with pizza. You can make anything. Nachos.
The
whatever.
most versatile of foods.
Yes. Maybe even a burrito. You can probably put anything in a burrito.
Well,
Can you put anything in a burrito, Odie?
Yeah, what?
Can you put anything in a burrito?
I did it once, but I got kicked out of Taco Bell.
Probably because you got to pay for that stuff.
Yeah.
I hate it. That's a callback for this show. I hate it.
Please don't break stuff.
Odie's back.
Back again.
Oh, please don't tell a friend.
All right, Cookie Monster.
Is that Sydney Sweeney?
No, it's not. It looks like her though.
Calm
Calm
yourself.
down.
Jeez.
Ooh, I am calm. Perfectly calm, dude. I'm perfectly calm. Calmer than you.
Is that how you do your
Calmer than
do
you.
your shoulders and your elbows when you're perfectly calm? You look like Pinocchio.
I got no strings to put me down.
Well, Chris is one that's all guns.
Oh,
All right, that is our signs of the impending apocalypse intro music. Again, the late great Russ Castle had a segment that he would do signs of the impending apocalypse. I loved it. Decided to continue on the tradition, and so here we are with our latest sign of the impending apocalypse. While Odie was off at the Council of Peninsulas, I'm sure this was discussed.
we were an island amongst ourselves.
This and still connected somehow. This is
You know what the funny thing is? I actually now live on a peninsula.
what, like you're surrounded by two creeks, so you live on.
Yeah, it's water all around us.
Okay, all right.
Apart from one side where we're connected.
Okay, all
Okay.
right, that's good. I guess technically I might be. All right, so England. Let's go to England.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You wait
yeah.
till I come back.
Let's go. No.
Go on
this,
anyway.
This just happened to work out this way.
800 years. I'm not.
All right,
counting.
first of all,
Yeah, go on.
this has to do with chemtrails. I'm gonna let everyone know this
Okay.
absolutely has to do with chemtrails.
They're real, by the way.
You're about to find out
Okay.
what England's about to do. They just got approval to try to dim the sun. Okay, England is going to try to dim the sun to stop global warming. Okay. So scientists consider brightening clouds to reflect sunshine among ways to prevent runaway climate change. Experiments to dim sunlight to fight global warming will be given the green light by the government within weeks. And they've already been given the thing. Outdoor field trials, which could include injecting aerosols into the atmosphere or brightening clouds to reflect sunshine, are being considered by scientists as a way to prevent runaway climate change. ARIA, the government's Advanced Research and Invention Funding Agency, has set aside 50 million euro for projects, which will be announced in the coming weeks. Professor
Marx?
Symes
Signs of the impending apocalypse.
Professor Mark Symes here,
Okay.
The program director, program with a E at the end of it.
Programmy.
Yes, director of ARIA. Hello, I'm Mark Symes.
Oh.
I am the director of ARIA.
Aria still.
That's right. I'm director of ARIA, Advanced Research and Invention Agency. What? He said there would be a small controlled outdoor experiments on particular approaches. We will be announcing who we have given funding to in a few weeks, and when we do so, we will be making clear when an outdoor experiments might be taking place. He said, one of the missing pieces in this debate was physical data. Guessing they say data.
Data.
I know I would say data, but do the British say data?
I God only knows what they say.
Well, I mean, do Irish say data?
No, we say da.
Okay, that's what I said. One of the missing pieces of this debate was physical data from the real world. Models can only tell you so much. Everything we do is going to be safe by design. Sure it is.
Which models? Victoria's Secret models?
All right,
They
so
can tell you a lot.
let's get to shipping fumes.
Okay.
In recent decades, experts noticed that the clouds above shipping routes were far brighter than usual as pollution caused them to become more reflective, bringing an overall dimming effect. This cooling from shipping fumes was so marked that when international regulations were enacted to curb sulfur dioxide emissions in 2020, it caused a spike in global warming. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'm just going to, first of all, I'm sorry if it offends you. I don't believe in global warming. And so.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, the earth gets warm, it gets cold. It gets warm, it gets cold. Sometimes,
so warm.
sometimes it gets like that medium chill where you walk outside and you're like, dude, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
It's like maybe like icebergs moved in a way and like the seeding of the clouds and stuff to make a perfect day for me. So anyway, I can't remember which Highlander it was, but one of the Highlanders, I think it was Highlander 2. The Highlander, the one who won, there could be only one, but he was one. Came up with a force field like to go across the earth to protect it from the ozone, from the sun.
Yeah.
And it didn't go well in that movie.
Even slightly.
It doesn't go well in any of these horror movies.
See, that's where I'm with you
And
on that.
you see why I labeled it 28 days later.
Yeah.
Because it's happening in Britain. And just, I mean, it's over there.
Time difference.
They're
It was very clever.
They're going to bring about the end of the earth.
Mm.
All right. So, text line 800-905-0989. You have heard what Britain is going to do to stop global warming, seeding clouds, and spraying aerosols.
Yep.
Do you believe that's what we've been doing here when chemtrails happen?
You say that's what we've been doing.
Those
We've
crisscross patterns when you look outside.
Christopher
Those
Cross,
crisscross sailing.
Yeah.
When you crisscross patterns out there,
Yeah.
or jump. I don't know which crisscross you were going with.
Crisscross to make you, daddy.
yeah,
To make you jump.
Yeah.
Right.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? In all seriousness, if they're going to try this over there, when we see chemtrails and you get the science nerds like Matthew or Rob Brown tell us,
Yeah.
oh, well, it's condensation.
See, I'd say what happened.
Whoa! Woo!
Uh,
This conversation will continue after a noob is applied. Hey, listen, Beaker's back.
It's Beaker.
Beaker is back.
Now it's a Swedish chef.
Well, daggum, you done just messed up, boy.
Oh, yeah, boy, you done moved it down.
Oh, you in trouble.
Ooh-wee.
Well, see, the good thing as well is now that we know it's 3 minutes to the bottom of the hour.
We do know that. We absolutely do.
But what happened in England was you guys sitting around a table and they were kind of like, you know what's going to happen? I believe that if we put vapor into the clouds, we can stop the sun from coming down on top of us. But even though the sun doesn't come down on top of us very often because we're living here in England.
Yeah, that's the other reason why I want to talk. From all the movies and TV shows,
Yeah,
England doesn't appear to be a very sunny place.
No.
I mean, I don't know,
How are
but
they going to fix the problem by because it's already that way?
they've got a
So
sunny
what exactly are they
demeanor.
fixing?
They're fixing their sunny demeanor. That's
Also,
what they do.
it's ironic given
Yeah.
what gave them the idea in the first place was pollution.
Yeah. I mean, let's pollute the place and therefore we'll make it lovely again. But we're English, so
you know how
nobody
we
really
fought
cares.
pollution?
Yeah, go on.
With pollution.
And then do you know what we do? We turn it up to 11.
That's right.
all right.
I
So,
hope our drummer doesn't
so
explode.
as the knower of all things European,
Yes.
this is going to work, Odie?
Well, what I think is going to happen is, first of all, it's not going to work. And then second of all, well, it's going to make more pollution and the hole in the ozone is going to get stronger and bigger. And then England is going to fry. So, at the end of the day, I think it's a win-win situation right there.
I'm just curious. Does now all British people become more pale? And will it mess their teeth up more? I don't know. I mean, it's a stereotype for a reason. I mean, they're very, very pale,
Yeah.
and now there's no sun. I mean, what's going to happen?
I don't know. Maybe King Charles. Oh, that's what they're going to do. They're going to get King Charles with his really big ears to stand up on top of Big Ben, and he's going to.
I know what's happening.
He's gonna
block
It's a
out the light.
vampire conspiracy.
He's gonna
They're
block out
going to
the
block out the sun.
Yes.
So the vampires can take over.
You know what?
Britain.
This is the exact plot in Skyrim, the vampire
Exactly,
thing.
That's what
Wow.
happened in Dawn Guard.
Yeah.
They're using Dawn Guard as a template. They're going to shoot an arrow at the sun to block it out.
That's very Nimrod of you.
Yes. I
You know who Nimrod was? Nimrod was a Greek god, and he
Yes.
decided he wanted to shoot an arrow to the gods, and he said, "If I don't hit the gods, I will hit the sun."
all right. Braden says
Which is why we have the phrase and calling people a Nimrod.
yes.
Yes.
Wow. Braden on the stream says if you block out the sun, it will kill plant life too. True.
True.
Except for those things that grow better in the dark and musty.
The
Is,
mushrooms.
is British is the British climate musty? Is it like
It's damp.
that's what I mean?
damp.
It's like, do you have to use what is
You
it?
just feel mushy. the entire time you're in
Dehumidifiers?
England.
Do you have dehumidifiers over there?
No, because they just keep filling up. There's no point. It's just humid.
Okay, because there's so much humidity that it just causes a
It's moist.
yes.
It's
yes.
tremendously moist.
You know when people say moist and they look at people when they say it to see if it bothers them, which by the way, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother him.
Moist.
But there's probably someone listening who's going, why does he keep saying moist? I don't like that word.
I
moist.
think we should do a
Moist.
moist three. I don't want to say threesome, but a moist.
Yeah, that's not no, it's a trio.
That's already
It's a
that's already
trio.
bad.
A
Right,
trio.
So just on the count of three, 1, 2, 3.
Moist. All right, let's take our moist booties because we got caught out in the rain to break. I don't know about this one. This one might get you a note from down the hall.
It's more cyberpunk.
Yeah, it is.
Odie has gone full cyberpunk.
Wow,
I love it.
That's now we know where he was. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Also, I definitely agree. Just
We'll become a bunch of moldy mates. Hi, mate. How's your mold going?
it's moldy, mate. It ain't here.
What kind of mates you got? I got moldy ones, innit?
Hey, moldy
Do
salty.
they have like anti-moist underwear there? I'm just curious. I mean, is
We call it moisture wicking because it wicks away the moisture.
I
That's
got an idea.
Why does everything sound dirty with him? I
It's
don't
it's
know
him.
what that's.
No. I do not make everything sound dirty.
I was going to pitch my idea,
Yeah,
or
just-
I lost a lot of steam there. But speaking of steam,
Hey, hold on. You said you were gonna pitch an idea.
okay, I don't get that, but let's go. Let's stop on that road.
Okay, fine,
Okay,
I
we'll
was
stop
about to
on that
go
road.
over the
We're going
line.
to reverse.
Okay.
We're going to go down a middle
Hold
road.
on. You want me to?
The
No,
road-
I shouldn't
back
just
it
no,
up? You want
no,
me to
I
back
don't
it
want
up?
you to
Yeah.
back it up. No,
Back it up. No, because I don't have one. Christopher.
be a little more specific
Oh no.
about what
So
you're
Chris
talking
asked me, do I
about,
have-
because I mean,
I don't have
I
one.
mean-
Christopher.
He misses it dearly.
that was major admittance here. You know, I just we're gonna be thinking of you totally differently now. He's just trying to get away from it. Look at him.
You know, he's very popular amongst the royalty and the queens. They don't find him threatening at all.
What? What did I miss?
I'm not up to date on everyone they've gotten so far, Trey. But it's going the way I kind of said it would Friday. They got the receiver in the first round, and they went a bunch of defense, which they should. But last I checked, and I love the Panthers, despite what Rob Brown thinks. Last I checked, Bryce Young's still short. The Carolina Panthers have one of the most expensive offensive lines in football. If they protect him, they give him some lanes to throw through, not over, then they should be good. But I really like Ted Roa McKinnon as the first pick.
In my eyes, in this world.
Hey, man, Stop singing that Antichrist song.
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah,
It's about the sun getting blacked out.
no, it's talking about the Antichrist.
I like it as the sun
We've
is getting
had this
blacked out.
conversation. It's not.
It is. It absolutely
Not.
is.
It's not about
Yes.
the Antichrist.
It is.
about
It's
the-
about the Antichrist.
It's about the Uncle Christ. Everybody knows that.
I'm going to ignore that, but
Yeah, I know. I know, Trey.
Last time I checked, this wasn't a sports show.
Right. So my mind is here
Yeah.
and not there.
Yeah, Trey.
Which is why I try
Yeah,
not to
yeah,
do the
Trey.
sports thing when I'm here, because I'm in a blissful silliness right now.
That's because I'm back in the building. Blissful and silly.
This is my place, though I love sports dearly. That's over there. And yes, I'm accurately pointing to where it is.
This is
That is the weirdest face you've ever made.
This is my happy place, man. Don't be bringing sports into the happy place again.
All Odie cares about is rugby. So, I mean, what? I wasn't okay. That wasn't your heart, man. Why are you covering your sternum?
That's where your heart is.
No, you went right here.
No.
That's
You
where
went-
your heart is.
No, your heart's it's over.
It's a little bit right of center. Ask the audience.
you used to.
Yeah, no, I started to retort that way too. Don't do that.
I'm very scared.
All right, welcome back to the Upstate Pulse. This is a no-go. Okay, you want to do
I
it?
pressed the wrong one.
Yeah, okay, because you want to do it on the intro thing.
Hang on.
I just listen. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I have a policy. You get the show.
Man.
This is more like it. We're alternative. We're
I know, man.
a little weird, but we are not country. Okay, we're just not.
But we're surfing.
I still don't get the Irish in the country. I don't. Why?
How do you?
Yeah,
guys
it
like
just
that?
doesn't make sense.
If you want to hear Irish,
Welcome back to
country-
the Upstate Pulse, by the way.
go ahead and please yourself there. I'm going to do something.
What?
Talk amongst yourselves there for a second.
Now I don't want to talk.
All right. If you want to be a part of the show, the text line is 800-905-0989. Texter says, watching you on YouTube. Cool.
How do you spell an Ernie?
Yes, my head is that big, and Odie is that beautiful. So there you go.
I'm big and beautiful.
Yeah, we're just glad he's
There's
back.
an advertisement on, but after the advertisement, I'm going to play Irish country music.
Oh no. What are we doing here? Okay, first of all, this is a remake.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Also, why does it sound?
Because I know I've heard several different versions on Hee Haw. Okay, so and what? Yeah, it sounds like a mix of country and mariachi. Why is that? Oh, that is so bad.
Explain it,
That
Odie.
is so bad.
the reason
they profaned mariachi.
that Irish country music sounds like country and mariachi, and this is a proven fact.
You said fact, by the way.
Yeah, when Irish people were being put down to earth, when their souls were being put into bodies.
You said earth, by the way.
Yeah, God said to them, he was like, what do you want to do? And they were like, well, I know I want to drink and I want to have fun and I want to be, relaxed and all that kind of stuff. And God said, do you like the sun? Oh, no. Right. You're going to be Irish, not Mexican. And they put us down onto it and we turned into Irish people because we don't like the sun. And that's why.
All right, Texter says that's Mexican German polka influenced music. No, I don't hear any tubas.
That's like a fusion
Yeah, tubas
restaurant
for
that
polka.
just does not work. It's like, hey, let's have.
I'm about
quesadillas
to
and
lose my
haggis.
supper.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's a wow. Let's move on from that because that's disturbing. And now I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight. I know I am. It's gonna
I'm
be
just gonna imagine Odie in a mariachi band, and it's just gonna haunt.
no.
me.
I'm gonna see Slim Whitman playing mariachi.
I
and it's
don't
gonna
know who
be-
that is.
Well, I was just for the older audience. It's definitely an old reference. I don't know any new country people because I don't. So there. Let's move on to something else. This is going to shock everyone. I wish we had some sort of shocking thing to play
Bum, bum,
to where,
bum.
to where you go, no way. Are you serious? Because that's what you're going to say. I'm stretching for you.
trying.
I see you working over there.
You didn't have to
It's
say
teamwork.
anything. You
The
could've
fact
just
that you're
worked
saying
silently.
something, I would have continued till you were ready.
Best I got.
Okay. Sure, why not?
Why did we give him the Undertaker?
I don't
gong?
know. What's this wee stuff?
How
All
did
right.
we get the Undertaker gong?
There's a new requirement by Oscar voters. And I'm not talking about wieners. I'm talking about Oscar Mayer, dude. I'm not talking about Oscar Mayer. I'm talking about the Oscars. The awards that they give to movies that no one ever watches.
Oh yeah.
By the way, they've just there's a new category, best stunts. Wow, they stole that from the MTV Music Awards. This is good. Listen, if you're not sitting down, you should sit down. Reach out, hold something.
Reach out and touch.
No.
Reach out.
Okay. Anyway, the new requirement by the Oscars is for the people who vote on the Oscars, they have to watch the movies.
Good.
I know.
Whoa.
So, question then:
Just rewind
why
that a
has
wee
that
bit.
not been a rule?
It has not been a rule. So they've been able to vote on a movie and give a movie an Oscar without ever watching the movie. Now they're required to watch the movies and prove they watched them.
So, like Avatar,
I think Avatar needs to get 12 teen Oscars. Have you watched the movie? No, I haven't watched it at all.
is that how it used to happen? Is like just kind of, don't watch it, but let us know what you think about it.
All right.
No, it's kind of like how we do our wrestling picks. And you and Matthew not knowing.
No.
anything about wrestling.
I was watching wrestling before you were even walking.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on.
You
Hold on.
pulled the old man card.
Let me
You
get
did.
let me take out my gauntlet that I just happened. I happen to have a gauntlet on my person, and let me throw it down.
Where are you keeping the
It's
gauntlet?
plus
Don't
it's,
ask.
it's an Irish gauntlet, so it may be something totally different than what you're thinking about. All right. How will the new system work? Past writers for the telecast had a few ideas. They mused that it would be entertaining to watch Academy officials try to round up and penalize people for not being honest about their Oscar ballots. The honor system has always worked very well in Hollywood, he observed dryly. Let's see. The Academy plans to keep track of what members have seen in its digital screening room and to require members to fill out a form noting films seen elsewhere, including in theaters or at festivals. If any film in a given category has not been viewed, the member will not be able to vote in the category.
So how are they going to do it? Are they going to give them a pop quiz at the end of it?
That's what it looks like.
Good.
And also the fact that they're going to have theaters for those people to actually go in and watch.
So you know what's going to happen? They're not actually going to go watch them.
Oh no, they're just going to go in there and like
drink beer and
drink and have conversations and.
It's like remember that film? Remember that film that came out about I want to say 10 years ago? Was it The Artist? It was black and white and it just cleaned up in the Oscars. It was complete excrement.
All right, so I don't remember the last time, the last Oscar-worthy movie I saw. I mean, there's been some nominated just because, hey, we'll nominate this, but it's not going to win.
Brendan Fraser won the last one, The Whale. It won.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
I don't want to see Brendan Fraser fat. Okay,
It was terrible.
he did get fat, and
No, he
and,
did.
Yeah,
He didn't do it for the movie, but they added pounds to him. But it was terrible. Well, I mean, you may well laugh, but
No. You are completely right. It's just the way you said it.
All right, for like the first 5 or 6 years of this program, we did the Upstate Pulse movie awards.
Yeah.
And so we didn't talk about the Oscars. We did our own movie awards.
Do you want to do it?
And it was for the reason why we stopped doing it,
Yeah.
because there hasn't been enough movies to do something on. Now this year there are.
Craven the Hunter.
So we would do it around Oscar time. So it would be like this time next year, we'd be able to do the movies that come out this year, like Mission Impossible and Superman and Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts. It's going to be a good nerd movie summer and year.
Mhm.
So because of all that, we might do it next year. And I wrote out a bunch of stuff and had people from all over the building, including LexCorp would do the villain of the year every year.
Of course.
And I've had everyone who's ever worked on the station just about do a movie award. But I stopped doing it, and it was right around COVID because of theaters not being open, and theaters haven't completely recovered, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. So the fact that they haven't been watching them, are you surprised?
No.
Seeing the crap that they nominate, the fact that they,
it's pure muck.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, hey, the acting might be good, but
no, it's 9 times out of 10 it's not. Like
I'll take your word for it because I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
it's basically like it's a parody in itself to a degree half the time.
It's not even. It's a backslapping contest.
Chris said I used to be an Oscar voter, then I took an arrow to the knee.
Well done. That's all it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's you, man. I didn't know.
Hold on a second. Hang on.
No, let's not explore this further.
Cameron, it's a backslapping contest.
Making it worse.
No, it's not, because the last actor that I think was like even I will say that the Banshees of Inisherin, the Irish film that had what's his name? Brendan Gleeson was in it. Not Brendan. Yeah, it was Brendan Gleeson, and Colin Farrell was in it, and it was supposed to be, this is one of the most amazing set in Ireland in a time when Ireland was horrible. But it was just it was terrible. It was the worst acting by those two fantastic actors, and yet it was like, this is the most amazing movie that has ever crossed the pond.
was terrible. And it got loads of Oscars? Not at all. Stop it.
So I think this is to a degree a ploy to get people to watch the Oscars again.
Yeah.
By starting to add categories for movies that people actually watch
Mhm.
and saying, oh, our haughty people actually watch the movies that they voted for. Here's the thing though.
Yeah.
These haughty people will watch the movies and they're still going to vote
what
for the same
word-
thing.
What word are you saying? there?
Haughty.
Say it without the
Haughty.
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 I believe it's Haughty, I think.
Is it hoity?
No, it's haughty.
Haughty.
It's well-to-do, uppity, snooty.
Hoity-toity.
No.
That's what it is. That's what
Haughty.
hoity. That's what hoity-toity
Look it up.
is.
Look it up, dude.
I mean, it's synonymous with.
I mean, look up haughty.
Is a little bit, ever so slightly hoity-toity.
No.
You know, when he goes to bed,
The
he puts-
hoity sounds like it's got a no I in it. This does not have a no I.
He's
in it.
like hoity-toity sounds funny.
Yeah.
Haughty
It also
just
sounds British.
insulting.
Is it
Haughty
haughty?
is someone who's haughty is annoying. Now, haughty, that's totally different.
If there's a hottie.
Yeah, there's a hottie in the house, yo.
No, I like to consider myself a little bit of a hottie. But
All right, we're gonna look this up after during the break.
okay, let's go. Oh,
Let us take said break. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Yeah, hoity-toity is kind of.
All right, haughty, and spelled the way I said it was, is let's see, where's the definition? When you're haughty, you have a big attitude and act like you're better than other people. A haughty person acts superior and looks down on others. Haughty people are disdainful, overbearing, prideful, swaggering, and obnoxious. And yes, I call Rob Brown haughty all the time
So
when he has certain attitudes about certain things.
I'm just after looking up hoity-toity, and it is also haughty or snobbish.
Okay, so
I
Hoity
did say synonymous.
no, it's
snobbish.
good on you for looking up the Tharth.
The Thorth.
The
I
Tharth.
mean, no.
I
was
went.
right.
I went. Listen, I had the opportunity to say Tharth.
The
Oh.
Thorth.
The Tharth.
The Thorth.
The Tharth.
Daggum nerdiest dinosaur I ever met.
What? You met a dinosaur, man? They're all extinct. Hey. Why can't you
You
hear?
realize I'm old, right?
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl in the toilet, man?
Because the P is silent.
Damn it.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I mean that was a team joke. You shouldn't be upset because he hit the
You
punchline.
stole my punchline, man.
No.
Stole my
No.
punchline.
It's just like happened in
Definitely-
Costello.
definitely-
I mean,
definitely stop.
you complete each
Who's on
other
first?
when you do that. Huh? Exactly.
Who's who?
Oh yeah, because you said
Who's
exactly.
playing next? The band on the stage. No, the band plays later.
Who's who?
Who? No,
No.
that's not who. It's the band.
The band that's on stage. Yes.
The band.
Hoity-toity. This is what happens. This. We start off with one topic, and then minutes later, all of a sudden, who's on the stage?
No, we are quoting Slappy
I know
Squirrel.
Slappy and
from-
Squirrel, Slappy
yeah,
and Drappy, or Slappy and
Skip.
Skip.
Yeah. Slappy and Drappy.
Oh, holy moly!
Hey, it's Slappy. It's me, Drappy. It's been a while. I could use some money.
You sound like Krusty.
He does. That's yeah. A little bit of tweaking, you can sound like Marge.
Oh, homie.
Squeeze him. Just
I
squeeze
can't-
him.
I can't do it. I
No,
can't.
no, don't do that.
I don't want to do
No,
that.
don't listen to him. That's
Squeeze
not
him.
careful.
Oh, bot.
Oh, boss.
I had to use like a sideshow Bob kind of voice for a bad guy at some point in D&D. That'll be fun.
Can you do a sideshow pop?
I don't know. I haven't really tried it all that much.
He's
Can
got
you do-
to do some research.
Can you do a Kelsey Grammer?
He's got to do some research. It's not
Well,
easy to do, Kelsey.
No,
You know why? Because he's haughty.
I did.
Hoity-toity.
No,
Yeah.
he's haughty.
Hoity-toity. Oh, yes, sir.
By the way, I'm an
I
expert at
can
bringing things
boogie.
back around. That's
Rabbit
what I do.
season,
And I
duck
think-
season.
No,
I
see,
can
it's
boogie.
haughty in places like this, and it's hoity-toity in Europe. So,
I'm
Hoity
aware
toity.
it's a continental
yeah,
difference.
yeah. Well,
You're a cunt.
he'd never heard of the word haughty, which
Is that a
means
fat joke, Cody?
which means that word
Say
does
it.
not exist
Say it, you coward!
on the peninsula.
I'll come.
It's no joke, man. I'm trying to be not fat anymore, okay? It's not going good for me, man. I stopped going
Hey,
to the gym last
There's
week,
only room
man.
for one skinny guy on the show, and he's at a gathering. Okay.
So does that mean by default I am the skinny guy on the show tonight?
Well, no, absolutely, you are the skinny
Yes,
guy on
you
the show
are.
right now. I mean, there's no.
Yes,
so
but
once
you're
again,
the skinniest
fat
guy out of a
shaming.
whole bunch of
Thanks,
burly guys.
Odie.
How am I fat shaming?
Hey, we're thick, and you're over here like, yeah.
Oh crap!
Look, the ladies love my rolls.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse, Lonzo and Odie and Cameron. Having fun on Saturday night. We hope you're having fun too. Hey, we're just chilling, being silly. That's what we do. Talking about things, pop culture. Trying to stay away from haughty things. Okay? Yeah, no haughty things. By the way, we looked it up, and they both mean the same thing. Arrogant, I'm better than you
Snobbish.
type things. Yeah.
I am
Something that none of the three of us are. So,
No, certainly not.
But we do know people who are.
Oh, we know people.
Yeah, we know lots of people who are. And
Where is
and
he now?
the haughty people let you know that they're haughty.
He's in Chicago, is he? I don't know.
Oh no, not that guy. That guy's well. Anyway, let us take a little moment here
Why do you keep hitting the desk?
I don't know, but it's annoying me because I'm like, did I break something?
because he started doing it. He started, and I
You
never.
guys are
I was-
over there
I-
just hit
I
the desk
was
constantly.
Doing it during the streaming segments. I don't do it during the.
All right, here's
Go
the thing.
Go on.
I did this to try to get your attention
Okay. Really?
because you were looking that way.
As part of my career, I have to look this way.
I gotta look into the future, man. I gotta see what's about to happen.
Or
man.
you have things ready ahead of time, like during the break, and you go ahead and you throw your music up and the things that you need. You don't need music.
And there's
The
such a
next
thing as
music is
memorization.
built into the stop set. If you
Man,
put
if
it
I
in
don't
there.
eat music, I can't throw it up. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right, Chris.
What did Chris say?
Okay, I guess
I have a slight feeling that this show has gone a little bit off the rails.
all right.
since I
It
came
has
back.
not gone off the rails. Believe it or not, we're right on time, and I've gotten to everything on my list so
Okay.
far.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
That, it's a
and
little bit out there.
The
Man.
next thing that I would like to get to
Go on.
is the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith is going on right now, and Hayden,
That's not 20 years.
yeah, Hayden
that is not 20
Christensen,
years.
Hayden Christensen, and
came out in 2005.
and Samuel L. Jackson showed up at a theater, and there are people showing up at theaters with lightsabers after the movie is over and having lightsaber duels, which I think is kind of cool. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna go grab mine.
yeah, but it's been 20 years,
Ding
but they have
Chazelle.
re-released it in theaters. And if you look, there's a Hayden Christensen commercial where he's at a theater showing off the new cup, which is a Darth Vader head cup.
Okay.
And I gotta go get me one of those. You don't actually have to go see the movie. You can just go in and go to the concession
How many
stand and
cups
buy
have you
one.
got?
Not as many as you would think. Haven't been lately. Oh, when we go see Thunderbolts coming up this week, which we're going to talk about later on in the second hour, I may actually buy one of those Darth Vader cups.
I'm
'cause-
probably gonna grab the Darth Vader bucket
yeah, because they look pretty sweet.
because I need a.
So anyway, it's out in theaters, and it made me think, and I'm curious. Text line 800-905-0989, or we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X at either 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. Do you go back and go to see a movie that you saw a long time ago in the theater just to get the theater experience?
The only time I ever done it was
One time I did it.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay,
I went to
which
see
one?
The three of them
All three of them
Mhm.
in one setting,
in one sitting.
and you stayed awake.
14 hours.
That's a long
Jeez.
time.
That was
I-
full day. It started at 7 a.m. and it finished at 9 p.m. And that
So
was
you
the-
like ate 3 meals there and went to
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
restroom
well,
like 10
Yeah,
times.
yeah. But they paused.
They have intermissions.
Yeah, they had
Okay.
intermissions in every one of them, and they showed. Yeah, do you remember? You had the theatrical releases, then you had the DVD releases that were the longer versions. They showed them. They showed the longer versions.
All right.
Nice.
Mark on stream says, my son is watching it in a theater in Michigan. I took him the first time when he was 3. Yeah, that's the thing. See, so I get that if you saw it as a kid and you don't remember the experience in the theater, you probably watched it again later on.
Here's the thing. I'm really tempted to do that.
Okay.
Did you watch it in the theater
Yeah.
when it came out?
I watched episode 1 in the theater too.
Which he was like 3 when episode 1
Yeah.
came out. So, and
Okay.
same experience there. And he sit through the entire thing, which for him, very hard to do because he's
I was a very fidgety child.
very imaginative.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And always, if something's boring, he's going to occupy himself with his hands.
I do the same thing.
There's many battles fought between the fingers.
Stop it. Go on. Anyway. Actually, no.
Odie is back, ladies and gentlemen. So,
I went to see the original 3 Star Wars before
I'm sorry, could you say that correctly?
the original 3
there we go.
Star Wars
All right.
before the what was the new one in the second 3, which were the
Are you talking about the prequels?
yes, the
originals or-
prequels.
Okay.
What was the first one of the prequels?
Phantom Menace.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one that I got Cameron out of
That's the one.
daycare to go see.
Yeah, I went to see the original, the Luke Skywalker 3 before the Phantom Menace.
So the only
original
one,
trilogy.
the only one that we've done this, and I know I'm saying Cameron and I, because I know he was with me, is he and I and Chris Evans went to see Transformers,
Yeah, because I had never seen the original.
the Transformers movie. So we
Oh.
went to see the Transformers movie, and I'll forever remember that because in the middle of it or near the end of it, I get a phone call, and it's my sister who never calls me and come out and found out that mom was on the news. And well, because we live at the end of a street, my mom still lives there, and there have been many cars that decide to launch and hit the
okay.
house, and one launched over the guardrail that they installed, which wasn't there when we were a kid.
Yeah.
There's a guardrail, and and landed basically in the front porch like they normally do.
Oh.
And and unfortunately, when mom was coming out, she slipped and hit her head, and they had to take her to the hospital. And it was
Oh, that's not good.
so it was more about her walking through the debris,
The wreckage.
also known as debris if you're Odie. And so I remember it for that. But the movie,
When have you ever heard me say Debris?
it was a joke.
Okay.
So the
Just
movie,
now.
the movie was pretty good, but we went there with Chris, and I seen the movie like on HBO or something. Chris was geeking out big time.
Oh, but it is
and-
Crystal.
Yeah.
Chris is like it.
Yeah, but he's into, and so a lot of people, if you're really into Star Wars, which I am, but not to that degree,
Yeah.
I bet going and seeing it again in the theater would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I just want to go get the cup. All right, got a bunch of stuff to talk about in hour number 2, including an Oops, some video games, nerd roundtable. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of them there Carolinas. I don't know. See, I kind of worry that you go back and see a movie that you were really fascinated with as a kid,
The
and it
Goonies.
won't be as good.
I saw the Goonies in the cinema.
That's not going to happen with.
So did I, but when it came out,
Yeah, I saw it. Well, I saw it.
the concern on your face, trying to hide it. Thought
No,
you
I'm
knew
trying
it
to-
again.
I'm trying to remember if I. No.
Beloved leader.
Dude.
Fox News, I'm Jane Fergus. Pope Francis was laid to rest today.
Yeah.
Should that be 2 noobs or?
Stop your cursing, potty mouth.
I said shush.
No, you didn't.
No, you did not.
No,
And
you
then-
didn't.
And then somebody put a T at the end of it.
Yeah, somebody.
You lost $5,
It's,
Odie. Put it in the swear jar.
Hang on.
I did not miss him adjusting his glasses. Homily.
Giovanni.
Odie, you like homily grits?
I don't like grits.
Me neither. Don't like homily grits either. Them grits is homily.
Oh.
Way to go. Hey, they're not all great. And sometimes people get them and sometimes they don't.
No, Trey. Thank you very much.
Also, why would you ever call something homely?
I talked about a shed.
Yeah.
Trey knows. Trey can speak Irish.
Chris, our condolences.
Yeah, something wrong with you, Chris.
It's okay. I mean, To each his own, but
To eat some
To
own.
each his own, even if-
What's wrong with you, Chris?
the one thing that Mark Ryan said that was absolutely correct is it tastes like wet sand. And I was like,
Yes.
thank you. That's exactly what it tastes like. Yeah, but you ain't had it with pepper on it and butter. And it's like, okay, if I got to put all this stuff on it,
You're not. You made
that's
it,
proof that it don't taste like
It's
anything.
a binding agent. Then that's all it is.
Yeah,
a binding.
but
That's all it is.
but
No,
it,
no, no,
no,
it's-
he's right. It's a
No,
great
no, no, no,
explanation.
it is.
But if you're raised that way and you're told this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good, then in your kid brain, you're like, well, this is good. And so because mom and dad told me it was good, so it's got to be good. But then you become an adult and you go, wait a minute, this is horrible.
See what Chris?
Just like when kids don't like broccoli or anything like that because they believe because all kids say you shouldn't like broccoli, so they don't like broccoli. Then they become a teenager and they go, you know what? Broccoli's actually pretty good.
Yeah, broccoli nice.
Especially when you have it on a pot on a hibachi
See what
grill.
Chris is after saying there now. My
Yeah.
people have been eating grits for 200
Yeah,
years.
that was my
plus.
point. It's
But here,
tradition.
no, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Christopher. If that is in fact your real name, you told me that your people came from Ireland. Do you know what we think of grits? They're rotten. No. So therefore, you haven't been eating them for 200 years plus.
Wait a minute,
You've
how
been
old
eating-
is how old is America?
I don't know, like a week or something like that.
Feels like that to me.
So the-
1776,
no,
so
because the Irish
24,
discovered America long
124,
before.
150. Yeah, it's still like 50 years
Yeah, a week and a
difference
half.
in there.
I mean, do you count before the Declaration of Independence?
well, technically, it wasn't America then.
Yes, it was.
Well, no,
It
not
was
before.
the Americas.
America. Yeah, but it was a British
America.
province or
colony.
whatever.
We're
Colony.
almost at
America.
250.
America.
Hold it back.
Hold it back.
America. FCC.
Okay, we'll allow it.
My mom's people can cook really good, and they all from Kentucky. Big old biscuits and chocolate gravy. Chocolate gravy is so good.
Jackie Green.
Chocolate
Chocolate
gravy.
gravy.
Is that not just
You had
chocolate?
it when you were a kid because I made it. Not as good as my Aunt Polly Ellen make it.
Polly L?
Aunt Polly Ellen. Yeah.
That sounds made up, but
Nope. She was married to my Uncle Calvin, who was named after Calvin Coolidge. His middle name's Coolidge. This is Calvin Coolidge.
that
And
reminds
my grandma's name was Elizabeth Taylor. And my
What?
and my grandpa's name's Christopher Columbus. Absolutely.
that's I had no idea.
It sounds
about
made
this.
up. It's true. It's Kentucky, man. That's all I can say. It's Kentucky. And back in the day, if like let's say you thought Calvin Coolidge was a really good president, you named your kid after Calvin Coolidge.
True.
Apparently, my papa thought Calvin Coolidge was a really good president, and he named my Uncle Calvin, which was the oldest son
Coolidge.
of 13 kids that they had,
Rabbits.
named him Calvin Coolidge.
Catholics.
No, just farmers.
Let's watch TV.
Yeah, exactly,
I
Trey.
watch TV.
I bet the spinach and the garlic and the cheese and the bacon are really good. That's the only flavor that you taste. And the shrimp. But the grits, it tastes like nothing.
Look, everything is better with bacon
You know, I thought that.
It's like,
but
you
then-
know what I need in my stomach? Silt.
in it. I mean, it is the consistency of silk.
Yeah, exactly.
Consider-
And Chris, potato suckers, thank you very much.
Tater suckers?
Potato suckers.
Tater suckers.
We like to suck potatoes.
Suck what?
Potatoes. Taters.
A ganool.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew.
My enemy cut out his tongue.
And now he laughs like this. Woo!
What the hell is
I
that?
will
It's
take
'cause he
these
was-
cotton balls and I will put them in my pocket. May your firstborn son be a manly son.
Hey,
He a what? A manly son.
We're quoting Robin
masculine
Hood Men in
child.
Tights. Men in Tights, man.
Okay.
England and Jersey.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Alonzo and Odie and Cameron here. If you want to be a part of the show, 800-905-0989 is the text line. Phone lines ain't open because you drunk. And you always drunk on Saturday night. Drive safe.
Hey, I want
Get
to
an
Stay home,
Uber,
baby. You
I-
go.
get a designated driver. Do whatever you need to do. But
Hey man, is that London? I want to make a request, man. Could you play one of the songs that I like, man?
yeah, autocorrect used to and probably still does change my name to London. So
London,
which is so weird. So in the break, we were talking about grits, and we're not going to have this long conversation again. If you like grits, fine. I don't get it. Cameron don't get it. Odie doesn't get it.
The rap group was really good, though.
Yeah, the rap group, I loved it.
I
Yeah.
tell you, no, we
You
can,
feel
we
it,
can,
she
we
feel
can,
it, we feel it, and on and
No,
on.
no,
we can sort this really easily on the text line. 800-905-0989. If you don't like grits, say no. If you do like grits, you have to type out the entire Declaration of Independence.
Okay.
No.
Make sure you get the preamble in there and,
Yep.
and all that stuff.
Also, throw Flaccid in there.
And a few flaccid.
Texter says, "Hey gang, Brad and Denise in Blue Ridge again. I saw the first Star Wars in 1977 at the Greer Drive-In. I also lived next door to the drive-in. I was 18. Love your show. Thank you, Brad and Denise. So 1977 when it came out, I was poor, or my mom was poor. We were I think we were on welfare at that point, so we could not afford to go to the movies to see it. But like a year later or two later or whatever, the new stepdad came along and we got cable, and I was able to watch it on HBO. Now, Empire Strikes Back, I went to see with my friend Howard down the road.
The duck?
No, Pickett.
Okay.
He might be listening. I don't know. And we went, and I've told the story before. The worst thing that's ever been done to me ever was the usher said, "Hey, you guys want to go in for the end of the movie?"
Oh, you gotta be
Yeah, he did. And so we got in just in time to find out that
Don't spoil
to
it.
hear
Don't spoil it.
Luke, I'm your father.
Spoil it.
And that was that guy was gone by the time we got out.
You should have been.
Yeah,
Did
it was
You, did you want to just punch him in the throat?
it was no, you know what it was?
What was it?
You're so devastated that there's no violence. You know, have you ever been so devastated where normally you would think you'd be mad about something, but just all emotion leaves you and you're just stunned that you just got in the worst way ever.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think I was like 12 or 13 or something. And I got in a way that it's just like and older me who's been known to troll. I know it's a shock. I would never do that to someone.
No.
Not that.
Not that.
Not that. I mean, I may tell you to stick around for a after credit scene that may not be, but it's not devastating like that.
That's a tease.
Oh, it was so bad. So I got to see all the other ones in the theater, just not the very first one. I was around at 77. I would have been 9. So yeah,
I was a mere thought.
maybe.
Possibly not. 77.
What was I doing in the 70s?
Swimming.
Swimming somewhere for sure.
Chris on the stream says grits will keep you alive for a couple of weeks.
Chris, listen.
What, after you die? Like you die and the grits start growing in your stomach?
That's the basis
Look,
of the last.
Suddenly you're a plant person? I mean, I don't know.
Listen, all grits do is keep you regular. That's it.
There's nothing wrong with being regular.
Nothing wrong with being
There
regular.
is nothing wrong with being regular for
Turn it
sure.
into a-
Daggum right.
Turn it into a poop.
Someone
and that's
texted
it.
the entire Declaration of Independence. Well done.
Well done.
Well
sir.
done.
Well done.
Well done. That's exactly
Dexter.
what he said, and you did it. Good job.
But he didn't put a flaccid in there, so
Yeah, well, we didn't. I mean, that's optional.
no,
It was an optional thing.
Listen, flaccid is never optional, ever. It's like moist.
I feel like it is optional.
It depends.
Imogene says some cars are only great after adding oil and gas. Some grits are great after adding salt and butter.
Or you could get some
Well,
grits and add some
you know
oil
what I
and
mean?
gas.
You know what I don't eat? I don't eat my car.
No, I don't
Okay?
need my car either.
And my car is not food.
It's a
If
smart
it was,
car.
it would be tasty.
It's a smart car.
Yeah, smart cars are. I mean, it might as well be lunch.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Can I talk about some fun times I had at Wonka's factory?
Odie and I both have smart cars, so we would know about
Yeah.
that.
The small smart cars.
All right. In this hour,
Hola.
we're going to get to Oops. We are going to talk some video games.
You know, every time you say oops, I always go to Britney Spears. Oops.
Oh,
I
same.
did it again to your heart.
That's not how
That's not. No, it's
That's
not.
not
It's
how-
not. You got the dance down now.
I got the dance
You got
down,
the dance
yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
If you're watching on the radio, you didn't see the dance.
All right, Chris asked an interesting question. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Chris wants to know, what was the first R-rated movie you saw? My first was the Alien movie. We had older friends who lied about our age. Yeah, that's not really a good first movie. See, here's the problem. And I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again because we're like going in 3 states now, and we got new people listening all the time.
Hello, new people.
And yeah, welcome in. My mom would take us to the drive-in. We go like every week, every other week on Friday or Saturday. And she would go watch movies and tell my sister and I to stay down in the back seat. That you can't, if you tell a kid, hey, don't look at the screen, what's a kid going to do?
Immediately look at the screen.
So the first R-rated movie that I can think of was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And
That's a good one. For
yeah,
the first
well, yeah, my sister, I think, was 6.
That's a bad one.
And so being a brother, every once in a while, if she was getting on my nerves, I would say Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and she immediately start crying. No, she would immediately start crying. I mean, just full on.
Let her just walk up to her and say,
I mean, that's how she ain't been the same since. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
I just start talking about chili. But
if she's watching this right now, she may have teared up when I just said it right then. So I've not every parent has the kind of discretion that other ones would. All right, Texter says Vanishing Point. I don't even remember that. I'm sure I saw it.
I think mine was Species.
Yeah, and you definitely haven't been the same since.
She was green, man. They were
it
green, man.
awakened something within you.
Wow.
They were green, man.
Braden says mine was Revenge of the Sith. By the way, that's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Is it R-rated?
Oh, say.
It's
It's
my
PG-13.
out of all the Star Wars movies, that's my favorite.
It's the only
one.
George Lucas Star Wars movie that was PG-13. Everything else was PG.
I can't see why.
You were supposed to be the chosen one. The high ground is.
You know how many people die in that movie?
Not enough.
It was
Thousands of people.
the
die in
younglings,
that
man.
movie.
It's
a
rated
party
that- just-
murders children.
Just the younglings alone.
Oh, no.
Even though you don't
Yes.
see them doing it, but still.
Oh no, a CGI child died. What are we going to do?
Was it CGI?
They were
But
not
anyway.
CGI.
There were.
No, they were not.
There were.
They
They were not.
absolutely were not.
There was CGI children's in that.
No,
film.
there were not.
It was.
Just because you're saying it with firmness
Yes.
doesn't mean it's true.
All right. Hold on a
Confidence
second.
is
now.
not
There
No,
were
no,
kids.
no,
There were kids in makeup for sure.
Hang on a second.
Master Skywalker.
Right?
There's too many of them.
Yes,
What? That
was
kid
CGI
was? No, he
was-
wasn't.
And
He
will I tell
was
you,
a real boy, Odie.
will I tell you how I know how? Because many moons ago, many moons
Manny?
ago, many,
Manny?
many,
He drives a cab downtown Greenville?
a lot
I'm
of,
sorry, it's an Uber now.
a lot of moons ago,
Okay.
Lonzo, that guy there with the long hair, right? He said
I'm beautiful.
that anything from outside of America, I was the be all, know all, end all, and I knew everything about it
Where was it filmed
from
at?
outside. It wasn't filmed. It was in a galaxy far, far away a long time ago. So put that into your pipe and do your Gandalf impression.
Okay, well, I don't
You
do
have an
those
urge
sort
to
of
do
things.
it.
What I do
To-do.
is go to break.
Okay.
When we come back,
All
we're
right.
going to hit some oops. And we didn't talk about Daredevil last week, did we?
CGI kids.
Did we? I'm asking Cameron. Did we talk about Daredevil last week? I know we teased
No, I
that
don't
we were
think we
going
did.
to.
Probably
And
CGI kids.
I think we're probably going to do that. And it wasn't CGI kids. Listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Video games are silly, dude.
Yeah.
CGI. I know. I was there.
Don't be Sisyphus. Just let the boulder go. Let
No,
the boulder go.
No, it's
Odie.
my boulder.
Stop holding on to the boulder.
No, it's my rock. I like to hold my stuff.
Okay, here's what I Googled. Were the kids in Revenge of the Sith CGI? Here's what I got back. No,
What?
the kids in Revenge of the Sith, specifically Baby Luke, Baby Leia, no, that's not the right thing. They were played by real babies. No, that's
Type in where the younglings.
young.
CGI.
Yes, you're right. The younglings. I Googled them correctly.
The one that was talking was a
Oh
human
no, we know
child.
he's real.
He's
least-
real. I didn't say that particular youngling.
Yes, you
I
did.
said the
You
younglings.
said that verbatim.
I didn't. I don't like Fatums.
All right.
Or
Yes, some of the
Batums.
younglings in Revenge of the Sith were indeed created using CGI. While some younglings were played by actual
Don't care.
actors,
Don't care.
especially those in scenes with dialogue or close-up shots. The majority of the youngling characters, particularly in the background and larger groups, were digitally created.
I am immortal.
I think we're losing him.
At least he didn't say it was inevitable.
Where's my techno music? There it is.
Come back with Oops. You don't need music.
I'm playing it anyway.
Old man Odie's
Don't be
losing again.
insubordinate.
I've never been to subordinate.
Here it's nice this time of year.
As long as everybody does, that's what they're told.
You know, when I used to watch TV when I was a kid, and it used to always pop up on the news every now and again,
Wait,
people.
you just pop up. You do what?
Let me tell the story.
Okay.
I'd be watching the news, and every now and again it'd pop up that 5 people have been shot at point blank. Why did it keep going there?
That's true. Well, there is a point blank in Michigan, actually.
And why do people keep going there if they're going
I
to
think
get
it's
shot
gross
there?
point blank. I don't know. It's great. Gross
Pretty
point.
nasty.
It's not actually blank. Blank
10!
was Martin Blank.
10 years.
What?
Bing bang bing popcorn.
Bing bang goody goody
TV
goody goody.
spots.
What's that? Bang boo. Bing bang boo.
You killed his dog.
Oh, it is R-rated.
Kill these dog. With
Yeah, of
the-
course you like the saxophone player.
Yes.
I get it. There's actually an entire comic book series about him being one of the vampire hunters there. One of the first comic books that I bought at Borderlands Comics and Games was a Lost Boys comic book. And I can't find it. And I know I got it somewhere. I had like 3 or 4 of them
Oh, that's
when I started collecting. It may be in one of my boxes and I just have incorrectly placed it.
Hey, Lonzo, can we stop for ice cream?
Yes.
also Braden. Parts of Attack of the Clones did freak me out too.
I don't get the only movies that ever scared me. The only movies that ever freaked me out was the Paranormal Activity ones.
Those are, as an adult, those are a little freaky.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
as an
it's
adult, when I watched
yeah.
them, like nothing. I don't get jump scared. I get like if I'm watching a jump scare movie, I will literally.
So do you watch a movie the way I listen to the radio so I can't listen to the radio? As someone who's acted
Yeah,
a
a
bunch,
little
you're
bit.
looking for things
Yeah,
and it
a little bit.
takes some of the magic out of it.
I'm watching continuity. I'm.
So
I'm
when I
checking
started
something.
reviewing
That
movies,
chair moved slightly.
yeah, when I started reviewing movies on the air,
Yeah.
I started watching them differently.
You do though.
It takes some of the fun out.
It
of it.
does. From being in them, it was just like the continuity was wrong, and
I thought he said the nudity was wrong.
the
I
nudity.
swear,
Listen,
he
the
said,
nudity
for being
is
in them, I thought the
always-
nudity was wrong.
The films that I've been in with nudity have always been good.
Tasteful.
Cold, very cold,
Tasteful,
but good.
Yes, tasteful. Sure.
Now they're all going to YouTube. You're not going to see it.
All right, we haven't done an oops in a while. It usually involves police, but in this case, well, police probably showed up to the scene, but it's a bad tale. I mean, it's a sad tale.
Okay, go on.
Not a bad tale,
Do I
but
need
a sad
music? Do you want
tale.
sad music?
Sure. Do you have sad
I
music?
probably do.
No, what's this? Probably. You either do or you don't.
I don't because I'm in the wrong index.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
Then why mention it if you don't have it?
When I'm in the wrong index, I go to a different index. All right. A Japanese man's dream of owning a brand new Ferrari 458 Spider. I'm sorry, 458 Spider turned into a nightmare because we all have that dream of owning a Ferrari 458 Spider.
No,
The-
DeLorean.
Lamborghini for
Okay.
me. Yeah, anything but the smart car. I mean, because once you drive a smart car,
We have smart cars.
it's yeah, I know.
I want a monster truck
Oh, I thought he was going to say a Maserati.
or a tank.
Yeah,
I
mean,
go with the tank too.
you know, well, get a Hummer. It's the same thing.
I like Hummers.
All right. The 33-year-old music producer saved up for 10 years to purchase the luxury sports car, only to watch it burn down on the Shoto Expressway in Tokyo, despite the loss of his $306,000 dream car.
Oh man.
So I wonder how long he had to save up. Well, I said 10 years. It took him 10 years to save up $306,000. The three of us together saving up for 10 years, we would not come up with $306,000. Oh, Odie might. I don't know.
Odie might.
Yeah, he might.
In 2005,
Yes.
Odie bought himself a Nissan Skyline.
A what?
Nissan. Good Lord in heaven, save me.
Why am I in America?
A Nissan Skyline GTR 34. It was in my possession for 31 days. And then some expletive decided he wanted it more than I did. It was my dream vehicle. I cried.
You stole it?
He stole it.
Okay. You never got it back.
I never got it back.
All right. Despite the loss of $306,000 dream car, the man expressed gratitude for escaping unharmed and shared the story on social media, where it has garnered significant attention.
Yep.
An investigation is ongoing to determine the cause of the fire, which is believed to have originated in the car's engine. Yeah, that's usually where.
Well, normally combustion happens there.
Yeah, I was lent a car that my uncle bought for my cousin, and he died a few years later, and so she lent me the car.
Mhm.
The car caught on fire in the middle of the freeway.
No.
And I pulled it over, and I got out, and I tried to get all my stuff out. I got my books out that I have written that someone will publish after I die, because I'm lazy and I don't want to do like all the edits that I have to do. But anyway, I was in the middle of all that, and thanks, Cameron. I appreciate that you got me.
Is that part of the will, or
so? Yes, we're going to consider that right here on the air. Anyway, so I kept going back to the car as the fire is getting higher and higher, and got all the stuff I could get, and then a couple good dudes stopped by, and they had fire extinguishers, the kind you have in your car, and then it's like, sorry, buddy, it's just not going to work, and then they left, and as I'm walking away from it a little bit, all the tires blew at once. And I dove on the ground.
Did you feel like a movie?
I dove on the ground, which was nothing but mud.
Okay.
So covered in mud, and the car just went up in the middle of the freeway. And then, because I was working at my uncle's IGA, where my cousin was also part owner, the sheriff's deputy that came along to pick me up,
nice,
to make sure I was okay, used to work at that store.
Deputy Doug.
And he brought me to the store, and then I had to tell her that the car burned up.
Oh no!
So I know what that feels like, having the car burn up in the middle of the road. She never forgave me for that, but that's not a surprise. So so I get it. And have you, listener, ever purchased something that you waited a long time to buy, and you get it, and something happens to it right away? Text line 800-905-0989 on stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X at 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse.
Cameron, have you ever had anything that you worked tirelessly, tremendously, finally got it, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared? That's a no.
No, nothing I could talk about.
I mean, you could, but we might have to just.
Oh no,
it wasn't anything I bought.
Okay, that's fine. So I mean, it happens to a lot of people. And
for me, it was the Skyline for me. It was a car I always wanted.
What's this Nissan Skyline look like?
You remember? It's the R34. Do you remember in the Fast and the Furious 2? Remember the silver car that Paul Walker had? Mine looked the exact same as that. It had the blue lights underneath it.
And then someone Fast and Furious you.
Yep.
Wow.
They just wicked it away.
That's a shame.
I cried a lot.
We gotta go after Vin Diesel.
A little bit. Myself and Vincent.
Or you could get The Rock. I hear he's not doing anything.
Fast 11. Odie is the main bad guy. You stole my Nissan Skyline.
Are they on 11 now?
I think.
That needs to stop. That franchise needs to stop.
By the way, I've liked everyone except for Tokyo Drift, and I kind of like Tokyo Drift because it was so bad.
Tokyo Drift is the only one I like. It's my favorite one.
Because they put a hick in Japan, and it's great. It just, and he shows back up in one of them.
So,
yeah.
Do you want to hear the funniest story? The funniest story about that guy. That's the guy that was in Fast and the Furious. He's a big time hunter and fisherman now. I was on Lake Hartwell last year I was only just after getting my boat, second-hand boat, didn't buy a brand new, and
I don't know why you need to clarify that, but okay.
I don't know, because people know that bass boats are like $80,000, and no, I didn't buy one for that.
Yeah, but we didn't know. So
Oh, okay. So now you do.
We're not boat
I
people.
who?
Keep going.
Hey, look, foot-long nachos
Oh, I could do
at
it.
Taco Bell.
So
Beast Mode's eating them.
I
Gotta
was
be good.
on the
Why is
lake,
Marshawn Lynch doing?
and I was working at the back of the boat. I was doing something.
Wait,
to
you're
the battery.
working at the back of the boat?
Yeah, the batteries. There's something. About the
Okay,
batteries.
all right. You're
What are you
working
doing to the
on the
back of the
boat,
boat?
not working at the back of the boat.
Well, I was on the boat towards the stern,
Okay, all right, fine.
Were you
Okay.
working
You
your
were
way up to
fixing
the tip?
something on the boat.
fixing a hole. The rain gets in. Anyway, stopped my mind from wandering. A guy came up beside me. He goes, "Hey, you all right, bud?" And I said, "Yeah, no, I'm good." I said, "Just one of the batteries came loose." And I turned around. I was like, "You're yeah, I certainly am." And then he just drove away. It was him. It was the dude because he was getting ready for a competition on Lake Hartwell.
Huh.
I cannot remember his name, but yeah, because I just looked at him.
We're
I had
gonna,
that. I
we're
had,
gonna go. We're gonna go. Hick, who was in Japan. By the way, when he showed back up, and I think it was Fast 10 or something like that. The one where they went into space.
It was the last one.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
Whoa! What?
Yeah.
They went into space.
Well,
Yes.
a couple of the guys did. They
Luda
had to.
did.
They had to do something on a satellite. if I
what
remember.
in the
Luda
whole?
went to space.
Yeah, Luda.
What in
And
the?
the other guy, we gonna die.
Tyrese.
Yeah, Tyrese. It was great. It was great.
What?
See, you take the things too serious. I watch those for the stunts, which some are CGI, some are practical. I just watch it go, oh, that's so stupid, but that was cool.
all
mean,
I have to say about them going to space is what in all of the whole.
but he was one of the
Katy
guys
Perry
who came up with
going into space.
Is he? Yeah, the astronaut Katy Perry.
Yeah,
So he was one of the guys who made this special engine. And I forget what it was.
a space
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah, it launched them into
It's
space.
a rocket.
And they were using like duct tape on their clothes to make sure that they could. Yeah, it was.
Do you know what
good.
I'm? Do you know what I'm? Do you know what I'm
I
going
think
to
it's
be doing?
Lucas Black.
It is.
That's what Trey said.
Trey says Lucas Black.
Yeah.
It is actually Lucas Black.
I
I'm
didn't know he
going
was
to go
on
home.
NCIS.
I am going to go home tonight, and I'm going to watch.
No, you should. No, you
and
should.
I'm going to
as-
laugh.
It's
and I'm
not Fast 10. I think it's whatever. I think it's Fast 9.
fastly.
It's not the one with John Cena in it, is it?
It is the one with John Cena.
Oh, okay.
How do you know? Could you see him?
Listen, that's no longer a thing.
All right. Okay.
That joke
he's-
has never
yeah.
been funny.
He said the
has.
joke has never been funny. He's a heel now. He turned heel. It's pretty bad.
Listen, you know I don't know these words.
Look,
He's a bad guy
he's a
now.
bad guy.
Okay. I'm just a bad guy. Why do you have to complicate things by talking about hills?
Because the majority of the people listening now understand the vernacular.
yeah,
okay.
but I'm not a vernacular.
Okay, you're right. You know what you are?
What am I?
Someone taking us to break. All right, we are going to come back with the Nerd Roundtable and throw in a bunch of stuff in there, including we got to talk about the end of Daredevil because we didn't last week, but we're going to this week. I'm not doing that thing where I tease and then never get to it because I don't do that on purpose. I know you guys think I do that on purpose, but I don't do that on purpose. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, where everything is completely up and up. You should do it, Chris. I mean,
Pull up and go,
you'd
yar!
be very famous if you were the pirate of Lake Hartwell.
What?
I mean, that would be great.
Have you heard
Odie-
tale of-
Odie would join your crew. He's already got the clothes.
I got a boat.
He basically just is a
No,
pirate.
you got pirate clothes. I've seen them. So you could join because of Halloween, not for any other reason. All right, you could join Chris, and you guys could be the pirates of Hartwell.
All right, so let's go. Let's do it.
By the way,
I mean-
I do feel like I manifested Odie into reality with the Lear Loranis character, but just
What are we coming back with?
The thing that I said.
I wasn't listening. I was.
So you're
banging out
saying
tunes.
So you're saying you're not listening to,
No,
direction.
not even slightly.
direction.
I was banging out the
If you ever
tunes.
You
direct
know-
again, I don't want to hear you complain about no one listens to me when I'm telling them to do stuff. Nerd Roundtable.
What?
Nerd Roundtable.
will you be like One Piece pirates, Chris?
Yeah, you should be that.
It's the Mustache Pirates.
No, it's the Peninsula Pirates.
The Peninsula Pirates.
There we go. The Peninsula
You
Pirates.
don't want to know what I'll do with your Jolly Roger.
Ugh.
I'll fly it.
Okay. All right.
Don't go there, man.
No, I didn't. You did.
I went there first.
Listen,
You're
I've got
trying to drag us into it. We don't want to.
Do you
Drag
know,
is
apparently,
the operative word there.
apparently, if you fly a Jolly Roger on the lake, you can get in trouble for it. I didn't realize that.
Who said that?
Um,
The commercials is louder than the other ones. I don't know why. It's just gonna be okay, dude. Wait, there's an Apple Island.
yeah, I fish in Apple Island.
Yeah, I don't think I've been over, I think, Lake Hartwell, but I've never been on Lake Hartwell.
How have you been over a bridge?
Yeah, that's usually how that works.
No, because you don't like to fly. I've flown over Lake
No,
Hartwell and
it's-
I've been
it was-
across it
it was
and
a
I've been
bridge.
on it.
I
In
don't
it,
like
over
bridges
and
either. So, but
know.
yeah,
Very limited travel options.
I do.
through. I can car or I can
Listen, you can Mr. T me
I'm
and
gonna plane.
and knock me out,
This is
and then
full
I'll just
time
wake up
plane.
somewhere else. As long as I haven't been violated, I'm good.
Can't promise anything.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll keep watch over your body.
Thank you.
You're getting milk too.
Good luck, Odie.
Oh, I'll get it into you. I'm wiry.
Well, you are Irish. That goes.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, because anytime an Irishman is depicted in a movie or something, they're wiry.
Oh, there. Potato.
Is that like
Again,
your inner monologue?
he just went Pinocchio again,
Odie is in fact. a
or he's
real
doing like the
boy.
vagabond dance from back in the day.
Oh, great matter ain't what used to be.
As far as I know, everyone in this room is sober. At least I know two people who are.
Woo!
There you go, Odie. There's a helmet for you.
See, this is me sober. Can you imagine me drunk?
You'd probably be angry drunk. So no.
I have a level.
Are
If I stay at the level, I'm lovely. Across the level, and then normally when I cross the level, I don't just cross the level.
Yeah, we've seen you
break
angry.
through the
We've seen
level.
you angry. If that's intensified, I don't want to be there.
Nobody does.
This is why all of us should be sober.
This is why Obedy. This
Obedy.
is why
Obedy, obedy.
This is why Obedy is sober.
I don't, what was
I
that?
have no idea. Obadi, Obada.
Oh, spirit that has possessed Odie.
La, la,
cannot
la, la,
speak to
life
you.
goes
No.
on.
No. uh,
Why are you still laughing?
huh?
Turn my mic on. Why are you still laughing?
I don't know. I just am. Why are we talking over the thing?
I was trying to get you to stop laughing.
I can't
over
stop
the,
laughing.
over the
Listen,
intro.
I haven't been here in a month. I needed my fix.
Well, see that like I told you before. When
You know,
you
often
when you
people
fill
do
it
need their
down,
giggle
this is the
fix.
place to come to because you're going to leave pretty happy.
So what
When
you're
you're
saying
alone in
is,
the world
if you're
today.
blue, you know who to come to.
No,
Takes everything you've got. Making
Wow.
your way from
We
all
went
your
totally
trouble.
different directions.
Sure can
Odie
help a
apparently
lot.
is not a big fan of putting it on the road.
all right, information collector on the
Oh, yeah,
stream. By
that's
the
what
way,
you were doing.
you can check us out on the stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and X at 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. Information collector on stream says people like Odie and I do not need substance to have fun. For example, I came up with my $1 million garden gnome TV project when while stone cold sober.
$1 million garden gnome TV project.
Okay.
Information collector. We need to have a conversation.
Do we-
Elaborate.
Do we? I hate gnomes. So no, gnomes are like they're
Especially
creepy,
the ones
man.
from Fable 2.
No,
Yeah,
no, hold on, hold on.
Gnomes are, gnomes are supernatural in some way.
They're super and they're natural.
No, they're supernatural in some way. They're demonic.
They're not.
They watch you. You
Yeah.
walk by, their eyes move.
Yeah.
You may think it's stationary, but it's not. Their eyes are moving.
And their hands are in their pockets.
Here's the
And-
thing. The problem is, it's the Fae.
It could be.
No,
I'm
no,
thinking.
no, listen now.
I'm thinking probably a 5-iron, and I'll take care of the gnomes. That's all I'm saying.
I personally would use a 9-iron, but that's just me. I want to get some distance.
No gnomes.
As you know, gnomes are kin to fairies.
and you will not darken the name of a fairy in my presence, because
that
I will
because
get
you are a
I,
fairy?
I will get the Shanabuki coming after you, and I will get
The Shanna what now?
Shanabuki, and I will get the
Don't repeat him. You don't know what he's actually saying.
I will get the Shanabuki coming after you, and I will get you. And do you know what I'll do? I'll get my shillelagh, and I'll wrap it around the side of your brain.
We know what a shillelagh is. We've
Yeah.
seen Fit Finley, you know, the wrestler. Yeah,
Has he got
Yes.
has he seen it?
He did.
Yeah.
He's now a trainer. So, but
Also,
yeah.
how are you gonna do that? Those don't bend.
They bend if I want them to.
The been like Beckham?
They will get out.
No.
Okay, fine. Stay right where you are.
Irish. Shillelagh. Gnomes.
All right.
Fairies.
Gnomes are evil.
Leprechauns.
Okay. Are you going to name any? Are you going to throw in the Banshee or what? I mean,
What about unicorns? You owning that too? Or
No, we don't like them.
The Banshee.
There we go. That's better.
Unicorns.
Darby O'Gill.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Nessie.
Bigfoot.
Bono?
No.
No. Hold on.
No.
No.
Bigfoot is ours, man. Okay.
Where do you think he
All
came
right,
from? Where do you
all
think he came
All
from?
right. It depends on what time of year it is.
He got sick
Okay.
of being on the peninsula.
No.
And there wasn't
Bigfoot is an
enough
interdimensional
And
being.
he swam
He's
across.
not from here or there. He's from elsewhere.
Is
Okay.
he from hither, thither, and yond?
So
He's
is
been
he
to all those
Khajiit?
places. Could be he's furry. All right, let us talk
He's a
about.
furry.
Could be that too. I wonder if there are any Bigfoot furries.
Oh,
Yesterday was Furry Friday.
What?
It was Furry Friday.
Yeah, I heard Odie
Was-
celebrated that.
Yeah, it's
Listen, just because
That's
I
the
was
gathering
just,
he was
just
at.
because I was off work yesterday in my other job doesn't. Oh, I've said way too much.
Oh, hey, could Matthew be at a?
Oh
No. All right, let us talk about Daredevil Born Again. The last episode of the first season was last week. I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty sure it was last week. Overall, what would you give it grade wise, Cameron?
I think I give it an 8.5.
All right,
Even-
let's go with the letter grade, okay? Because I don't care about the
8.5
decimals.
Well,
I know it's a
52.
B, but
Okay,
you know,
no. Well, actually, no. In this case, I'll actually give it an A.
okay.
There
All
were
right.
some things that were.
All right,
it-
here's the one thing that bothered me, and I'm going to give it an A. Is when Kingpin squished the commissioner's head, it looked kind of fake.
It wasn't though.
I
All
know.
right,
I
so-
saw the practical effects. I saw how they did it.
Yeah, but it probably was fake in all fairness. Because
No, it wasn't his real head. It would be
murder.
murder. Yeah, it would
It's
be.
murder.
It would be murder. It's just, it's.
All the residuals
All right.
go to
Here's
your next
the
of kin.
thing. Here's the thing. The thing that probably bothered me the most is it took him too long to do it. Okay, because Kingpin in the comic books is pretty strong. I think he could have squished dude's skull a
You're
lot quicker
right.
than he did.
But he took his time,
Oh, okay. So he made him suffer.
which is worse.
all right. So he made him suffer. Just like he did what? Adam, I think it was his name.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Or Adam, who just got beat up in a pain
All right. The
dungeon.
main reason why I brought this up is he says at the end, we're going to need an army. So the question is, where are all the other superheroes at this time when they brought about martial law in New York? There are lots of superheroes that are based in New York. We know where Kamala Khan was. She was in California. So we know it was California. Or was it Vegas? I can't remember.
It's California.
Yeah, she was in California. So we know it's not her. I know why she's not there.
More than likely, Kate Bishop is there too.
Yeah. So Spider-Man, where is he?
Oh, they're Marvel, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spider-Man, I'm guessing is at MIT, which would be in Boston.
No, I don't think he's. Well, I don't know if he's going to be there.
He was going to go there in the first place. He was getting his GED. He could test into it. I
Possibly.
mean, he was at a gifted
Oh,
school.
yeah.
He's smart enough to go there. And if he wants to follow Ned and Michelle, then he will have went to MIT. So that explains where he is. Luke Cage probably is there. Jessica Jones probably there.
Hold on. Is that Luke Cage from? Is not the Luke Cage from
Luke
Street
Cage.
Fighter?
No.
Okay.
Luke Cage is a large black man
Okay.
who is has like iron skin and he's very strong.
Oh, okay.
Iron Fist doesn't have to be in New York.
Yeah, because I mean he goes all over.
It could be in what was Kung Lao. No, that was
Well, Kung Lao
destroyed.
got destroyed.
Yeah, but he could. There are other mythical places. We saw it in Shang-Chi.
Yeah, maybe he moved there.
Yeah, it could have. So who's going to be a part of that army?
Apparently, they also added a sound cue from the MCU Spider-Man
They can't use them though.
Why?
because of the whole Sony contract.
Yeah, they
But
cannot.
Maybe
they
they worked something out.
maybe they did, but I don't think they can. I don't think they can use them. But the other defenders they can absolutely use.
Yeah, which I hope that they do. But the other thing too is like if Spider-Man was actually in that, how would that work given the tone of the show? Also, Spider-Man being involved, he'd overshadow everybody else.
Would he though?
Yes,
Why?
Trey wants them to
Because
bring
he's-
back the nurse, which they should.
absolutely.
Yeah.
'cause Rosario Dawson,
Rosario
will
Dawson
be in
is
that.
definitely
Oh.
awesome. Yes, she is.
That Odie, we definitely agree.
Okay.
So yeah, because Spider-Man. All right, here's the thing: Spider-Man's toolkit. Spider-Man is very effective, especially MCU Spider-Man, given all the things that he's fought at this point.
And Kingpin is one of his main
Yes,
villains in the comic book. So we'll see what they do. They were already filming. I don't know if they're done yet, but they've already been filming season 2.
and a whole bunch of people want a crossover between Daredevil and Spider-Man.
They were, and
We got it a little
the
bit.
director and the writer, I think, was asked about Foggy, and he said something along the lines of, "Yeah, we're trying to stick to the source material," and then he laughed because we know Foggy faked his death in the comics.
Yes, this is what we keep telling ourselves.
You know what? When you were talking about that, there, you were saying who's going to be the defenders. It just popped into my head. Do you remember the old cartoon Defenders of the Earth?
No,
It was. It was from here. It was the United States. It was Flash Gordon and the Phantom, Mandrake the Magician, Lothar.
sounds like a bunch of independent comic.
No, they're all Marvel.
Are they now, or were they at the time when the comic and when the cartoon was?
Yeah,
out?
no, they're from Stan Lee, but they're a long way into the past. Like Flash Gordon is Stan Lee. But yeah, I wonder, is that ever going to happen? Let me see if I can find the theme tune for it, because I think you'll remember if I can get that one up.
All right, let's move on to something else while he's looking for that. All right, the Oblivion remake actually dropped last week. So
It looks really cool.
and the speculation that I had, and I still think that this was a setup by Bethesda all along, putting little breadcrumbs here and there so that the gaming community can find them and for a year talk about this, and they never had to spend any money on advertising. And then they on Monday, when it was supposed to drop,
Remember?
never watched it. I saw the movie.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So Monday at noon, it was noon. It was supposed to drop. So at noon, Bethesda comes out and says, tune in tomorrow at 11. So Tuesday at 11, they had a video package and then said, you can play it now. So they shadow dropped it.
Yep.
And here's the thing. Oblivion, played a ton of Oblivion when it came out, and loved it. It was one of my first open world games that I really enjoyed. And this thing's beautiful. It is. I spent a lot of time playing this this entire week since it came out. And they've improved some of the mechanics and things like that. I'm not so sure about the bow yet.
See, I never use the bow. I've always been I usually use magic and swords and stuff like that. That's usually my play style.
So the one thing that I have forgotten about with Oblivion, something you don't have to do in Skyrim, is you have to repair your equipment constantly.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
If you don't, it breaks. And
Yeah.
there's stuff like that but going in through that first Oblivion gate that you can go through at Kvatch and looking just the gate itself, how pretty it is.
I haven't made it yet. I need to go there.
Well,
I'm
when
so
you go,
close.
I saw a thing online that in the imprint of the fire on the ground
Huh?
where there's like lava, there's supposedly a Mustafar Easter egg That's what there supposedly is. It could be someone just reading into it.
Just
but
going through killing
from what I understand, there are a ton
Anakin.
of Easter eggs all through this game when they remastered it and put stuff in.
So which one? Skyrim was the latest one that came out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Elder Scrolls 5.
Okay, so Oblivion was right before that.
Yes.
Is that the one where the original game it was almost a turn basis? It was kind of
No.
it wasn't
No.
as easy to play as Skyrim. No, not that Skyrim was easy to play. Was it the same kind of RPG format?
See,
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 1 and 2, I think might have been.
Yeah, but Morrowind and Up were all first person. Like you click a button and you
Yeah.
slash.
Yeah. And Morrowind was good, and then Oblivion it was like, oh my gosh, and then Skyrim blew that away. But they've went back and they've redone this game,
So is it
and it
as-
dropped on Game Pass, so it's on
Okay.
Game Pass, so you can play it for free.
so
if
is
you
it
have Game
is it
Pass.
as playable as Skyrim?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's not. I would
See, one
say-
of the things about going back, and I've always had a problem with this, is the advance of graphics, and then going back and playing something that doesn't have the kind of graphics that you're used to now, and maybe some things are clunky. I mean, if you look at the original stuff where it just looked like they put someone's head in there and they squished it,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it looked like. It don't look like that anymore.
Okay.
You start out in a prison, and it's the voice. The Emperor is the voice of Patrick Stewart,
Oh, okay.
and so they made the guy look like Patrick Stewart,
yes,
and it's
a really, really old Patrick
yeah,
Stewart,
yeah, with like
older than
skin
what he
hanging
looks
off
like
and
now.
stuff. Yeah, because he was like what 85 or something.
Yeah,
87
he's
years
pretty
old.
Oh, that was something like no in the game he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you get a chance to play it, play it.
What formats? All of them.
I believe
Xbox.
I think it might be on Xbox One. You'll have to check. I know it's on.
I might because I really did like Skyrim, and I think I tried to play Oblivion years ago. 2006 it was released initially.
Yeah, so it's 19 years old, and they've redone it. And here's the thing: so according to leakers, they've been correct on everything, and if they continue to be correct, that means Fallout 3 will be next. And I tried to play Fallout 3 after playing Fallout 4, and I just couldn't handle it because the graphics were so bad compared to Fallout 4.
So which one is?
So if they
three?
remaster Fallout 3, I'm excited to get back into to play that world for the
So am I.
for a lengthy amount of time.
So what Fallout are we in now? It's
Fallout 4 was the last
Fallout
one.
4.
Well, new Fallout 76 if you count that. But
yeah, no, nobody.
but
does.
as far as the single player, it was Fallout 4.
And then before that was New Vegas, and before that was 3.
Yes,
Gotcha.
and 3 is set in Washington D.C.
All right,
Yes, it is. I
All
remember
right.
playing. I actually like that one.
we're gonna but see if you play 4 first and then go back graphically.
Oh, yeah,
Also,
no,
my
it's very
favorite character
difficult.
was Three Dog.
All right, we're going to take our final break of the hour. When we come back, we're going to hit the lightning round, squeeze in as many things we possibly can in the last couple minutes of the show. Listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of Carolina. By the way, Braden, I am one of the people who love Starfield from the beginning. And according to Xbox, I'm one of the 1% of players in the world who played Starfield.
You put in
Yeah.
the most hours.
And I've actually with Starfield, I've done microtransactions. I've been buying the paid for mods, and most of them are really good. A lot of them are, I mean, some of them you get characters, some of them you get other stuff, but I just really like it.
Yeah, I don't know, Dre. That would be interesting because there's a Prowler out there, but I mean, he exists in the MCU. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to do that, Braden, and that's the thing. Like Matthew's here, he's for Baldur's Gate 3, he made like 25 characters. He never gets anywhere because he's constantly going, well, let me make this character like this. Who knows what he's doing with patch 8 dropping with even more character classes.
I need to play through again. I need to play through twice.
Well, I'm also playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And so that just dropped on the 24th. So I'm playing that in Oblivion, like switching off. And Expedition 33 is a classic turn-based, and it's also beautiful. And
Have they changed much of the gameplay in Oblivion, or is it?
A little bit of
they've fixed some things, and they've fixed some things to make it more modern.
They
as
gave it a
far
lot
as
more quality of life improvements too. Like leveling is fixed. Everything will boost your level. Like any skill that you improve will boost your level, not just the major skills.
As the dragons?
No.
There's no dragons. Dragons didn't show up till Skyrim.
Because
Oh,
the
okay.
dragons are dead in this time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, in Skyrim,
they're being resurrected.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They are from all the big graves that they were. Yeah.
No.
One-
Oblivion is demons.
Yeah, it's
Just-
Oh, okay.
so you're basically gates to hell open up, and you go through those gates, and you have to go fight a bunch of Daedric creatures to get to the top of a tower and all these things. And there's puzzle like you got to figure out how to get to the top, and there's an orb at the top,
Mhm.
and once you take that orb, it closes the gate.
Oh. And because I remember watching. I remember playing Skyrim, and there was a lot of things where you would be a long time trying to figure out some of these. You'd have to push a button over here, and then you'd have to pull a lever back here, and then you'd have to.
The puzzles aren't as intricate like that as in Oblivion. I hate the lock picking thing.
Oh man, that's terrible.
No,
is why-
the one in Skyrim I love. I'm so good at
Oh.
that. You should and Starfield. I love the
same-
Starfield lock picking.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
because
the
really
same lock picking as in Skyrim or as in Fallout.
Fallout and Skyrim are the same. Yeah, except one's a lock pick and one's a screwdriver. But yeah,
Yeah,
Which the other thing is like that's how that would actually work too. To a degree.
I'd use my shotgun.
Trey Odie did not get implants.
Odie
He was gone for a month though. I mean,
Odie is using hymns.
are you really?
Yeah,
Wow. And it's
100%,
working?
and it's working.
Okay.
Well,
We'll see if it thickens.
It has. It's already thickened a
no,
little
no,
bit.
no. I was about to say it does look thicker than the last time.
Yeah, so do I.
Wow. Okay. Well, you're supposed to do that discreetly. Now
What?
you told people.
I don't care.
already. Okay.
If people want to go and get hair plugs, I'm like, go get hair plugs. if you
Wow.
wanna get
Maybe
them.
I need to try some for like right up in here.
Yeah, that's where I done it. Just right there.
Hmm.
And it's
Was it just like cream that you?
No,
or
I'm
is
saying,
it-
well, you have to keep using it,
Okay.
and it's a little surgical dropper, and you just drop a few drops in, rub it into your hair
Oh,
twice
okay.
a day. And that's it.
Huh.
That's it.
So it's not like you didn't like get your pubes transferred.
Yeah, no, they are. It's I put pubes on my forehead. Again,
Why am I the most responsible person in here? Why is
All right.
Tell
W.
them. Go on, tell them.
No.
Tell them.
No.
it? No.
W has spoken. Hey, some things are stream exclusive. Okay.
Okay.
W has spoken. That means it's time to get to as many stories as possible can in the last couple minutes of the show. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is just dropped on Xbox Game Pass, and you can buy it on other consoles. It is it's a classic turn-based. Square Enix helped, so it's sad. so don't be depressed and start. The first hour of the thing is depressing as all get out, and it probably won't end well because Square Enix had something to do with it. But it's a fun game if you're yeah, exactly. Exactly. So here's the basis. There's this lady, a goddess or something, the paintress. She paints a number in the sky. It was 34 at the beginning of the game. It's 33. Anyone whose the age is 33 gets Thanos.
Nice.
And every year it goes back to another. So the following year, anyone who's 32, gone.
Oh, we're safe. So we're really safe.
Yeah, in the first hour of the game, they meet someone who's old, and they're just shocked because they've never seen an old person before. Because everyone keeps dying.
Misunderstanding. They went from the
Pull
top.
that microphone there, dear. Here, which way? Go on.
They went from the top
Yeah.
and worked their way down.
Yeah.
It's a good game, but
okay.
it's depressing. So don't watch it
Uh-huh.
if you're feeling
You would have been long gone,
in
buddy.
a certain way. Yes, he would be the only one alive in this room.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know why
Just
you're
for a couple
excited about
years.
that. Man,
Well, I
that's
mean,
kinda-
that's because you think I'm 44.
yeah.
Well,
Anyway, yeah. No,
Don't
actually,
worry.
I thought you were 52.
I'd avenge
The
you.
references that you're getting
Mm.
are from someone who's a little bit older. Maybe time
maybe
time is told differently on the peninsula. I don't know.
I say what we do is we have leprechaun time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or maybe I'm even older again.
it's like instead of
How have you done
a
all these
12-month year, it's a 16th month year. Anyway, so
Find
things? Maybe
an old
Aldrin
one.
sounds like Dorian Gray. Like what? What? Maybe what? Am I a vampire? I don't know.
that would be extraordinary. Monty Python
Oh,
has come out. Which part? The
I don't like
extraordinary or
that. That sounded like you got poked. from
yeah,
it.
I did.
I did.
There's a Monty Python board game.
This Monty Python button. One. What's
And-
the board game?
And the board game, how I know it exists
Yes.
is I follow Borderlands Comics and Games on Facebook, and they put that out. 410 South Pleasantburg Drive, by the way. They put that. Did you know that Monty Python has a
We
board
need
game?
to get that, and we need
And
to play
it does. Monty Python's co-curricular medieval reenactment program. That's the name of the.
I've just thought of something that we need to do.
Consists of a core book featuring an original rules-like gaming system, guidance on designing adventures, character creation, bestiary, retinue, and NPC sections, tables for generating all sorts of things, and ready-to-run adventures. There's also a madcap backgammon-based minigame that involves dice, catapults, and farm animals called
Fetchy the mash.
Yes.
Fetchy the mash.
Yeah.
Huh?
Except this says Vache.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah. Fetchy the mash.
Okay. You the way you said it.
It's in French.
All right. Okay.
Why do you have that ridiculous accent?
Because I'm French.
Is there anybody else we can talk
So
to?
I had thought
No,
about
go away.
I had thought about getting this game
We
and
need to get this
playing
game.
it during breaks.
We need to get this game.
Yes.
100%.
Well, let's check it out.
So you're
We-
saying Monty Python D&D?
basically that's what it is.
I'm in.
Yes.
Why am I here?
I'm.
Why are we
I'm,
using coconuts?
Yeah,
I'm
but
so far in it.
you got to play the game with using an English accent. All right.
Yeah.
An air fryer expert claims the beloved kitchen appliance can heighten arousal.
Is that an African or European air fryer?
He just went right past that. He just
did.
Oh, I did.
He didn't
Monty,
get it.
It's love
Listen.
of Monty Python.
Listen.
Air fryers have risen to become one of the most coveted kitchen items in recent years. According to one expert, it seems there could well be another reason behind their popularity. They're one of the most popular modern kitchen appliances, blending with ease and offering healthy results. But could your trusty air fryer also awaken something other than your taste buds? This is
Like-
according to one expert. So, because it's convenient and you feel healthy, your endorphins or whatever those things are get awakened, and so
So a pickup
so
line
here's the
nowadays
thing.
like,
Here's
baby,
the thing.
I
And
got
I'm,
an
I'm
air
gonna use a Happy Days reference. So if you just air fried some French fries and your wife feels frisky, then you know it was the air fryer. What are you doing?
Sexy music.
Is it?
When
I
I
don't-
want to get
I don't know.
naughty.
I'd like off of this beach, please.
Sometimes
I don't like it.
Sometimes when I want to get naughty, I turn on the air fryer, and you never know what could happen.
How's there wind blowing through your hair right now?
It's what happens when I turn on my air fryer. I call it the Arouser 5000.
I hate everything.
Hey, way to hit
about
it! You hit it
this.
right on that beat. That was
Did you like that?
very good.
That was good.
Yeah,
I like that.
I enjoyed that. Not the story, but the fact that you
I
you
enjoyed
know
none
the
of
beat.
it.
Yes.
I hope the show ends soon.
I don't.
I'd like to leave.
All right. Let us move on to a couple other things. Florida woman
Don't make me come around there.
finds an alligator knocking on her door. Would you answer the door?
Yeah, with
Somebody's knocking
Knocking
on the
with
door.
what?
Somebody's ringing the bell.
I would answer it in the style of Bill Frady.
There you go. Exactly.
Get out of here, alligator.
The
I got a
last thing
shotgun.
The last thing it saw was beige.
Was beige. All right. So glad Odie is back. Don't know if he has another gathering on the horizon.
Are you?
Want to thank everybody for texting and being on stream and everything, and hope you have a great weekend. And we'll be back. And if an alligator knocks on your door, don't open it. And also, grits are horrible. I don't know why you people like it. Have a great weekend, everyone. Hey, listen, if you want to go on the air and talk about your hymns, you can do it on Sunday night with Odie.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing. It was just,
I have talked about it on Sunday nights with Odie.
Here's the thing. I was trying to get to the stuff that, and I want to leave that to you
What?
on your show.
Yeah.
Talking about your stuff.
We can talk about it on the stream. Oh, you mean on the show? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I mean,
We have all these
if
carefully
you use all your
curated-
stuff here, then what are you going to do tomorrow, man?
I have a lot of stuff for tomorrow night.
Okay, good. I had a lot of stuff too, and we didn't get to all of it. I don't know why.
We never do. And
Yeah,
I never get to all my stuff on
That's
Sunday.
that's
either.
a that's
We
a good
never
thing.
really covered the Daredevil finale either.
We did to a
We
degree.
said it's over.
Yeah, he squished head and then an army.
That was it.
Yeah. Okay.
We
Well,
don't get to talk about how awesome it was to see Frank and Matt back together.
it was.
Franklin Waters.
They have really good chemistry,
Yes.
but it's also a love triangle. So I mean, there's that.
It's probably just adrenaline.
Karen.
Also, the coffee callback.
Yes.
I was like, did he mean it that way?
All right, Odie, say goodbye.
Goodbye, Odie.
Cameron, say abiento.
Aviento.
Who?
And it's
Do you need a license for that?
yeah, only in
Out here, I
Arkansas.
don't.
Only in
Okay.
Arkansas. All right, and I will say goodbye, and we'll be back next week, maybe.
And claim time.
Bye.
We're alive.